wow, it's working. Good job. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, yeah, okay, and I messed up. Um, yeah, so I'm always experimenting. So these poor kids, they've been stressed out by me because I told them, "Can I download your Prezi?" I'm like, "No, run it live." They're like, "Run it live?" So it's really tough on them. So yeah, good job. It's actually working. That's awesome. Uh, so I've got time to 18 minutes. All right, 18 minutes to talk to you guys. 18 minutes is not enough time. It's just not enough. I don't even know where to start. I had a speech last night. I was working on it. It was at like a minute 17. Sorry, an hour 17. It just gets worse and worse. So you're not going to get a really nice TED speech from me. I'm sorry. Just not going to happen. The other presenters are doing an awesome job, giving you great points, great speeches, but I'm just going to talk a lot up here. I'm doing some experimenting here with different controls, so if things go wrong technically, yeah, don't worry about it. Failure is really important. People, you guys got to fail a lot more, right? Failure is the best teacher we have. But of course, there's this stigmatism towards failure, where failure is a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing. It's the best teacher. And if you can get that and understand that, and just go with failure and learn from it, it's a really powerful tool. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is a really important concept, and I think you guys know this, okay? I just want to kind of pick your brains a little bit. How many of you know that the world is always changing? Put your hand up. Oh, you guys are smart. See, I love teaching university students because you guys are smart. You're not very experienced. You're really dumb in the experience department, but you're very smart. You got quick brains and everything. So it's awesome because I can do stuff like this. I can show you pictures, right? I can show you complex diagrams, and you guys get it. You know what that is, right? It's a Bell distribution curve. Yeah, I love talk. I can't talk to your grandparents. I've tried talking to your grandparents, and I'm like, nothing gets through. Great people, but nothing gets through scientific. Right? You've had great scientific educations, but your grandparents built the economy. And the generation gap between you and your grandparents, it's huge. It's a huge gap. It's amazing. Sometimes I'm like, how does Taiwan not rip itself apart? It's amazing. Anyway, so the reason I'm here today, I really want to talk to specific people. If you look at the very beginning, there's a 2.5%. They're the innovators. Now, this is a diffusion of innovation curve. If you've taken marketing, you'll know what this is. But this thing's been around since the 1960s, and it still works, which is amazing, because everything has changed, but this still works. I'll give you a quick overview here. I can do that. Oh, yeah. So innovators, 2.5%. These are the people who actually make the future. Right? They're the ones like Steve Jobs. He's an innovator. All right? They develop things and they do things that change the world. All right? And theoretically, statistically, in every population, there's about 2.5% of those people. But I bet, in this room right now, there's more than 2.5%. I bet it's close to maybe 5 or 10%, which is why I'm excited to be here. Do you know why I hate talking to you guys? This is why I love talking to you guys, but you know why I hate talking to you guys? Here's why. Because Taiwan has so much potential, and you guys don't know it. Oh my God, it kills me. Seriously, Taiwan has so much potential, and you guys don't know it. It's sad. You know, Taiwan's economy has been going down since about the year 2000. It's kind of a big slow decline, right? Manufacturing's moved on. A lot of big companies still in Taiwan, but most of the small stuff is gone. But you look at the technology in Taiwan and the manufacturing technology, and it's still top 10% in the world, which is amazing. Amazing. So, here's the bad news. Who's going to fix that problem? Who's going to get Taiwan back on track with the rest of the world? You guys. It's your job. Don't look at your parents. The parents are not going to help you. Don't look at the government's not going to help you. They don't know what to do. Seriously, I've talked to many of them. They don't know what to do. It's your responsibility. It's your job, right? I remember this quote that said, "Every generation needs a revolution," and that's really true. You guys need to do it your way, okay? Your parents, they love you. They care about you. Your grandparents, they love you so much you'll never ever know how much they love you. But you got to find your own way, okay? What worked for them will not work for you guys, okay? So you got to do it. Okay, here's a question. I got a question for you. You guys know who Bill Gates is, right? Yeah, everyone knows who Bill Gates is. He's the evil genius of them all, right? He's the biggest evil genius. Why is Bill Gates giving away all his money? I mean, if you had 100 million NT, would you give it away? I sure as hell wouldn't. Oh, I sure as hell wouldn't. Technical failure. But he is. Why? Now, Bill Gates is a smart guy, right? He's not an idiot. He's a super genius. Why is he giving away all his money? Think about that. I'm not going to tell you the answer. Okay, I've got 11 minutes left. I'm supposed to talk to you about being an evil genius. Okay, and like I said, 18 minutes is not enough time, but let's just try this anyway, okay? Oh, I showed you that already. Okay. Step 1. If you want to be an evil genius, this is step 1. Yeah, dream big. Right? If you dream small, what is your chances of being an evil genius? That's not good. You got to dream big. This comes from Mr. Donald Trump. Do you know who Donald Trump is? Put your hand up if you know Donald Trump. Yeah, the big rich guy with really bad hair, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's what he said, dream big. Yeah, awesome book too. So what do you dream about? Here's the cool part. Okay. You want to dream of a future that works for everybody, including yourself. I mean, for the past, how many hundreds and thousands of years we've kind of been looking out for ourselves, right? It's kind of the way it works now, too, right, in the world. Everyone looks out for themselves. But something's changing, right? We're all kind of connecting. So ideas can move back and forth. Thoughts can move back and forth worldwide. What if we use our intelligence to design the future? Right? Instead of just running around chasing money in the economy, why don't we actually get together and design the future? It could be really damn cool. Right? So step 1 is pretty simple. You just have to, dream of a future that works for everybody. That's hard to do. That's really hard. The older you get, the harder that becomes. Kids can do it. Kids are good at this. I've asked kids this. They come up with all kinds of wild stuff. Just boom, 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 boom. But the older you get, the harder this gets to do. So start doing it now. You're young, okay? Step 2 is, chase what interests you. And notice I didn't say follow. Chase it, okay? You see something you like, go get it. What the hell is that? Who made that? Get their contact information. Chase what interests you, right? And this is how you get into your passions. You just see something and you're like, the hell's on his arm? I gotta ask him about that, right? Ask questions. Chase it down. And then, oh yeah, battery failure. Yeah. Okay, You guys know who Ken Robinson is? How many know Ken Robinson? Put your hand up. I got one. Only one? 2, 3, 4. He's a TED master. Okay, after this, go look up Ken Robinson. He's the comedian. He doesn't think he's a comedian. He thinks he's an educator, but he's a comedian. That's his real calling in life. Anyway, he says find your tribe. And that didn't work. Find your tribe means if you find something you're interested in, go find other people who are doing it, right? Go on Facebook. There's a group for everything, right? There's 2 worlds. There's the online world and the offline world. You've got to play hard in both of them. Okay? If you try to avoid the online and just say, no, I'm not really sure about that, I don't want to expose myself, yeah, you're going to fall behind so fast. You got to be connected or you're not connected. It's a choice you make. But I'd recommend connect fully. I run cloud, everything, full time, full speed. Connect as fast as you can. 7 minutes. Okay. Do you know what happened at Facebook one morning in their board meeting? Mark Zuckerberg's probably sitting at the table. He's just like, yeah, uh-huh. What the hell? Check those numbers. Some country just set a new benchmark for FB adoption speed. Guess who that was? Yeah, that was you guys. That was Taiwan. You broke a benchmark in FB. No other country had adapted that fast to FB, right? So Mark was like, what in the hell's going on? Oh, now Google's putting a server down in Taichung. Oh, you guys are fast adapters. Really fast. But do whatever you like, okay? Find your tribe, find your people, and go do stuff. That is step 3. And step 4. Okay, here's the hard step. You got to do something. Okay? Once you find what you enjoy doing, this is going to take you about a year. Okay? To get to step 4, it's going to take you at least a year. It took me 3 years to do it. It's going to take you at least a year. You guys are smarter than me, so you'll do it in a year. But here's what you do. From your interests, you'll have a passion, something you really enjoy doing, something you enjoy working on. Then you got to find a team. Now, your team is not your tribe. Your tribe is the people who are like you. Your team is all the people you are not like. Does that make sense? Right? So if you're really terrible at something, you got to find someone who's good at it and work with them. Right? You got to have a team, a diverse team of people to cover all the skills required to accomplish what you guys want to accomplish. And if you have a common vision of making a better world, well, it's easy, right? You have a common vision, you can work together much easier because when it comes down to it, you're like, yeah, you can make intelligent decisions because you're not fighting for yourself, right? You're actually working together to create something better for everybody. So there's no competition. It's just, yeah, let's get this done. And the process is all about learning. All right, you're just trying to get better and better and better. Because remember, you are your wealth. Does that make sense? I mean, the more you learn, the more you do, the more capable you become. That's your value. It's not on a piece of paper you get from a school. That might get you in the door, but really what it comes down to now is what can you do? What can you create? And then the problem. Focus it on a world problem. My God, the world's full of problems, right? Everywhere you look, there's problems in the world. There's unlimited playground. Remember, problems, the bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity, right? People who solve other people's problems make a lot of money. Oh, wait, that's the first level. That's right, make a lot of money. Then when you get all that money, you can give it away. Oh, yeah. So, passion, find your team, and your problem. Okay? That's step 4. The rest steps, I don't have time to tell you. All right? Okay, 3 minutes left. Perfect. Okay. The fine print. Do you know what the fine print is? The big legal contracts or anything, little fine print at the bottom that you can't actually read. right? There's a TV commercial. There's a little bit at the bottom. You're like, what the hell was that? I don't know. No one cares. And it's always the legal stuff, the bad stuff, right? Okay, so here's the bad stuff. So if you're doing this, you're dreaming of a better future. And here's the problem. It's going to take about 168 years probably to get there. So you will work your entire life towards this, but you'll never see it. That sucks, right? Yeah, you'll work your entire life towards that dream, but you'll never see it. Right? You can't put yourself in the dream, because if you do, it'll mess it up. You got to create a dream that's for everybody, and you dedicate your life to working towards it. Yeah, that sucks. Fine print. Okay, 2 minutes left. Okay, so 2 minutes left, and that's all I got. I'm going to stop early, but what I'm excited for is the 30 minutes that comes after this, because I want to hear some questions, some really good questions, or dumb questions. I don't care, dumb questions too. Just any questions, okay? I want to hear what you guys think, okay? All right, that's it.